Hello students, in this video I will talk to you about story writing. So, firstly, what is story writing? Story writing is an art where good imagination and creative ideas are used to capture the reader's interest. Children are very fond of listening to stories too. Now, everybody has a talent of making their own stories. So, if a topic is given to you, you can always frame a story yourself on that. It shows your creativity and your imagination. Children are also very fond of listening to stories. Now, there are few things that we have to keep in mind so that a story is interesting for the reader. First point is the plot and the main theme of the story should be good and clear. Now, whatever story you are writing about, it has to be very good and clear. It has to be simple and not confusing. Next point, the setting of the story should be clearly indicated and the characters should be well described. Now, whatever story you are saying, make sure that it is in the right form, and also the characters, the people that are there in the story, talk about them very well so that we get to know, the readers get to know how the person is in the story. Third point, you may add interesting details to the plot with your imagination and make it enjoyable. Now, because it is story writing, there is no limitations. You can use your own imagination and you can mold that story in whichever form you want to. You can add in your extra ideas and you can make the story more interesting. Next point, a cloud of mystery or suspense in the story always helps in holding the reader's interest. Now, if there is a little bit of suspense or mystery in your story, everybody, the one who is reading, their interest level will be maintained. If you don't open up all the suspense, all the surprises of the story in the beginning, what will happen? Till the end, the reader is going to read to know what happens in the story at the end. And lastly, the expression of the writer should be good. Whatever you're writing, write it in a positive manner and very nicely. Nicely means use of good ideas and simple language. Stories can be written with the help of given outlines, may be based on a moral or with the help of opening lines. In every question of the story writing, you will get hints. The hints will be given in the box. With the help of those hints, you can write your story very well, and you can also give a moral to your story so that it is even more interesting and the readers will learn something from your story if there is a moral in it. So these were the points that you have to keep in mind while you are framing your story. Now there are 5 points about how you develop stories from given outlines. When you are given a question about writing a story, few hints will be given to you. So now I will tell you how, with the use of those hints, you can frame your story. First point is read the outlines carefully and try to understand the main plot. Now, the number of hints that will be given to you, you will have to read all of them together. When you read it, you will understand what the story is about, what is the main plot of the story. Next point, use all the points and follow the order of events given in outlines. Now, whatever points are given to you, make sure that you are using all of them line by line. Please do not mix up the hints that are given to you. For example, 5 points are given. You will first use the first point, then you will use the second point. You will not start by using the second or the third point. That is what we are trying to tell you. Third point, all the points should be linked and should revolve around the main plot of the story. So, all the hints that are there, and apart from these hints, the extra information that you are adding about the story, make sure that it is related to the main plot, to the hints that are given to you. Fourth point, the story should be written in simple English, preferably in the past tense, and may contain dialogue also. Now, your story has to be written in simple English. Use easy words, preferably in past tense. Make sure that your story is mostly in past tense. Also, it may contain dialogues also, which is direct and indirect speech. Last point, a proverb or an idiom may be used as the title of the story. Now, whenever you are writing a story, the title will not be given to you. You will have to read the entire plot. You will have to understand the hints. You will have to frame your story. And according to the story, make sure that you give a heading to it and also you write a moral so that your reader will learn something from the story that you have written. So that's it about the chapter. I hope you have understood. Now what you have to do is, in your book there are a lot of solved examples. So you will go through them, and if there is anything you don't understand, you'll ask me. That's it about story writing. Thank you so much for your patience, all of you.